Hello everyone, I'm the Whiskey Enthusiast. Welcome back to my channel. Today on the episode of Au's Obscure Whiskey Wednesdays, we have an Austrian whiskey. Let me just pour this and then I'll give you a bit of information. Now, Obscure Whiskey Wednesday does not always have to be single cask whiskeys. It's more about whiskeys you can't necessarily easily find. If you're in the market in Austria, obviously this is not going to be an Au for you. But I don't think it's sold in UK. I bought this out the airport in Vienna. So yeah. All right, I'll just show you the bottle. It's this nice black bottle. There you go. It's Ruotker's whiskey, Rüdiger II. This is from David Gölles, whose family been distilling. And this is a nice cork top. Yeah, it's all in German. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, aber nicht alles. So, o yüzden, that's why I can't, all the languages got together. That's why I can't read all of it, so I got some information. It's 43.3% ABV, and it is, what is that? Handcraft, Austrian craft. It is distilled from corn, rye, spelt, barley, and wheat. Now, because of their climate and because of their farm, they don't have that much barley. So they've decided that maybe use the stuff they have at hand and use it to their advantage. I'll give you some information about it, and I'll just put it up there as well while we sip. So the casks are Virgin American Oak, Second Fill American Oak, French Barrique, Sherry Barrel, which is 250 liters, and Sherry Cask, 600 liters. And we got 5 grains in there. 60% of it's corn. Higher yield, easier and cheaper, sure. There's 20% rye in it, but 10% of it is 4 years old. So, it's young. And the whiskey, the youngest whiskey in this is 4 years old, which is that rye, and it's in a span of 15 years. So 4 to 15-year-old whiskeys in here. So that's good. So that gives us like 20%. We don't know how old the corn is. We don't know what any other things are. But anyway, it's just a nice, interesting world whiskey. I couldn't find anything about chill filtration or coloring. And like I said, what did I say? 43.3%. This is batch number L004004, if anyone's interested. This is Ruotker's whiskey, and Ruediger is named from this first commander who built a fortification to protect their current city they live in, I think. Anyway. Okay, on the nose. Whoa. Very, It's like opening a bag of gummy bears, Haribo sweets. So there's dusty, there's sweet. There's a bit of an artificial sweetener in there. I get a bit more rye herbal note. Interesting, I get the corn, but it's not as dominating as I thought it would be. There's sherry casks in here as well, 2 different, and French wine casks. Okay, there's spice. It could be coming from the rye. It could be coming from the virgin oak. Oh, it's a bit bitey. It's not too alcoholic, but it's a bit prickly. Yeah, that dusty sweet note is there. There's definitely rye green note in there. Oak spice, absolutely. Sweetness could be coming from corn, because that dusty sweetness always comes from the corn. Okay, let's give it a palate and then go back a second time. All right, pound the palate. Interesting. It's peppery. It's sweet. There's a bit of cinnamon there. On the palate, it's like apple pie. A little bit burnt crust. And some peppers sprinkled somewhere. The finish is prickly, spicy, oaky, and like wheat. Like if you ever had like buckwheat bread, that kind of a note. Spelt, I'm not entirely sure of how it would affect it, but the finish is like wheat bread, a bit of a dusty note, that dry note. It is very dry, but the palate is much better than the nose. Nose is not bad, but nose is a bit prickly and it's hard to open up, whereas the palate is really nice to drink. It's really easy. Okay, now more of those Haribo sweets open up. The dusty sweetness with some mint note, some pine, some eucalyptus. These are all rye notes. Trying to find that dry wheat note. It is a bit yeasty, but you know what? For 80% corn, it does not smell like 80% corn. We had more corn high bourbons, low corn, like 60% corn or something. It smelled more of corn. I think it's really well blended with everything. I think they did a good job. They put the corn at bay. So if you don't like that young corn nose, this might be for you actually, because some people really hate that. And I had 100% corn whiskey. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Okay. Oh, a little jammy now. Oh, what's that? What's that? Ooh, resin. Yes. Yes, absolute pine resin. Okay, on the palate. Okay, more grain forward now on the second round. Spicy notes are there, but the throat burning spice, the virgin oak spice, is on the back end. The palate is sweet, palate is dusty. That rye dryness is there, that wheat dryness is there. I don't know what spelt's putting in there, but it does not drink young, which it shouldn't. It has 15-year-old whiskey in it as well, also 4-year-old, but it doesn't drink young at all. The finish is mineralic and dry with a hint of pepper. Medium. It's well-rounded, it's well-made, it's well-blended, but it's not exciting. It's interesting to try a 5-grain whiskey, but it's quite forgettable. I've had this before. I don't know if you can see, the bottle is nearing the half, but no, you can't see. But I can't remember it. So it's a bit of a forgettable whiskey, but it's interesting to try. The bottle is nice. 5-grain whiskey from Austria. So yeah, guys, this was it from me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It does mean a lot to me. And let me know, have you tried any of the David Gölles whiskeys, or any Austrian whiskey, or this Ruediger? They have 100% rye, they have 100% corn, they have like a range. So you could have tried, and they do brandies and gins as well. So let me know, have you tried anything? I'm gonna recommend this to Glencairns. If you find it at a bar, try it. It's interesting, but you know, it's nothing to cry about if you don't find it. So yeah, that was it from me. And guys, I shall see you on the next one. Cheers.